Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are doing well. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Hi, so in this video we are going to solve this Power Query challenge and it's quite interesting. So let's get started. So if you click on this link, you'll get the file and download the file from Save As. Now I'll open this file. I'll copy this data to another sheet. So Control A, select the enter part and Control C to copy. I'll paste it here, Control Alt V as a value. So Control Alt APT to take it to Power Query editor. As this is not a table, so it will ask to convert to a table. And I need to choose that my table has a header, so I can press Alt M. It will take that and OK. That means press enter. Okay, I don't need this change type. So basically, what's the idea is that we need to actually get this to column, get this to column, get this to column, get this to column, and stack it into a one table. And also we need to remove those empty lines like this one and this one or this one. So what we will do, I'll get the table column names. So table dot column names. Oh, one more interesting thing is that if I use a small letter like this, table dot column names, it get the intelligence correctly. But if I type table dot column names and then this is happening. Okay, so sometimes I get wrong intelligence, like it keep the T prefix here. So you need to watch this out. Most of the time I get properly using a small letter. Column names like this. Okay, now this is the table and I get this column names. So A, B, C, D and so on. I'll split this into by taking two column each time. So I'll say this is 2. So that is this one, list, list, list and list. So list or list, table dot column names and then 2. Now I'll create one function out of this to get only this 2 column. I mean, I'll just pass that, okay, this is the column name, column A and B, get me the columns, I mean table for those 2 columns and remove those empty lines. And similarly this. So that's why I'll convert this into a function. So I'll get this column names. I can just say that, okay, table dot select columns. So that is this one, and then table will be, I guess, what is this step? So it will be source, not custom. So source. So I get this column A and column B. I can now say, okay, remove rows, remove blank rows. It will remove those blank rows. Now here is the interesting part. So for the first one, the column name is column A and column B. But for the next one, this is column C and column D. So when I'll say, okay, table dot combine column, in that case, it will not stack properly because the column header is different. So that's why we need to make this unique for each of those list items. So that's why the easy way is that just demote this header as a first row and then table dot remove column. So where is that? Home, remove rows, top rows and 1. So it basically remove the header and put this column 1, column 2 and so on. Prefix this. I don't need this change step, so I can get rid of that one. So I'll duplicate this one to create the function out of this. So now if you see, this is my table, source table. This is the list. I don't need this step. This is that columns to select. So only column A and column B, and I can say select columns, remove blank row. It's well explanatory. Remove top end rows. So that's good. Now what I'll do, I'll create a custom function out of this. So I'll get rid of this one. I don't need this step. I don't need this step. I'll take the input of that function. So first one is source, that is going to be a table, and the next one is column to select. So basically this one, column to select. So that is going to be a list, so as list, and output will be as table. I don't need this two step, so I'll get rid of that. So selected columns, I think this is good. I'll say okay, fx selector or something, whatever you want. I will go into this section. I don't need this step, so I'll delete all of this step for end. So in this section I'll say okay. So what it will be like list dot transform, and then this is going to be transform as a function. So in that case I'll apply fx selector. It will expect table, so that is source, and column to select, that is going to be this each. So it gives me this table, column 1, column 2, column 1, column 2, column 1, column 2, and so on. So I can just say okay, table combine. So that is this one, and this is that table list. Now you can see this column 1 and column 2, and it removed those blank rows out of that. So I get this exact result. So this is our expected output. Now I'll convert this into another function. So I'll create a duplicate of this. I'll go into this. So basically you can see this is a grouping by 2 columns at a time. So I can say okay, so this is going to be, the first one will be my table, so that is going to be source as table. Now the next one is going to be my page size, but not by rows, columns count for output or something like that as number, and this is giving me a table as an output. So I'll get rid of this. I don't need this one. I'll get rid of this one too, and I'll put columns output, whatever it is, done. And this is going to be fx data stack by column, whatever. Now this is my table 1. So what I'll do, I'll get rid of all of this. I'll say okay, give me this stack data, and this is my table, and this is my column size, and this is my final output that I get out of that one. Now I could just say okay, text. So let me just check how many columns actually I do have. So I can 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 4. So that is this one. So that's the simplicity. So this is all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any other question, feel free to comment. If you like the video, please subscribe and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.